we're gently, gently going to move from side to side. So just easing out through your spine, through your hips, and gently taking these knees out in front of you, maybe a little down to the sides, just releasing. Lengthening your breath now as you take this little rock slightly bigger. And just searching for any little clicks, little releases here through your body. Nice and easy. And then let's circle, drawing that chest and your hips forwards, and then back. Nice deep breathing, synchronizing with your movement. And then change direction in your own time. Beautiful. So our practice this evening is all about cleansing through our heart space. And at the end of our class, I'm going to take you on a walk through a really beautiful forest. So just coming back to neutral, and relax your shoulders, tuck your chin gently, and just close over your eyes. And I'd like you to think about your heart space as a small, warm, glowing pink light in the middle of your chest. See if you can tune in to what it looks like. See if you can hear and feel the sound of your heart beating. And from here, I'd like you to think about things that make your heart really happy. So for example, you could be going for a walk in the fresh air. You could be drinking plenty of water so that you know you feel good inside. It might be listening to your favourite music. It might be spending time with a child. It might be a blue sky, or eating your favourite food, or maybe seeing a rainbow or the first flowers of spring. You may also feel good from having a hug or receiving a hug. Maybe holding hands, being out in your garden, or maybe packing a case to go on an adventure. So just hooking on to one idea of what makes your heart feel happy. And breathing deeply into this thought, into this image. Just relaxing into the feelings that you associate with this activity, this thing, or this person. I'm going to nurture that thought and that feeling throughout our practice with lots of really lovely heart-opening postures. So lifting the fleshy parts of your bottom, and as you inhale, take your arms out in front of you. And we're going to come into eagle arms. So crossing over your arms, doesn't matter which way you start. Possibly bringing the backs of your hands together, or if you can turn them again to bring your palms together. And then perhaps extending these arms slightly skywards. Drawing your shoulder blades forward into Eagle Pose, Garudasana. Tuck your chin slightly and breathe into this area behind your heart. Inhaling, lifting and uncurling, and then soften down. And then just moving through your shoulders, through your back, through your hips in any way that feels good. And then when you're ready, inhaling, crossing the opposite way. And finding the soft edge of your stretch. Make sure that you're comfortable. So hold this for a few deep breaths. Inhale, reaching up and soften down. And then once more, just moving whichever way feels good for you. What does your body need? And then extend your legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake. And we're going to come into a beautiful twist. So taking that foot over to the right, either keeping your other leg straight or stacking that knee as we come into Marichiasana twist. Drawing that arm to the inside, lengthen, and then journeying over that shoulder on your exhale. Just notice any gurgling, any releases here. Just gently compressing through our heart, through our chest, through our lungs. And when we come out in a few breaths, all that oxygen and nutrients just flood back into our chest area. Inhaling, drawing yourself to centre, and then windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. Straightening through your legs, coming back up with a nice straight spine and changing sides. So again, you have the option of keeping that leg straight or drawing it back. And then carefully moving into the twist. Don't go past that point of flexibility. You should never be uncomfortable. Breathing into the stretch and relax your shoulders and your face. Well done. Inhaling, coming to centre, and again, take these knees from side to side, just releasing through your hips and your lower back. Well done. So our next pose is going to be child's pose, but we're going to keep it active by extending these fingers forwards and gently drawing your tailbone back towards your heels. Taking your knees as wide as is comfortable. Make sure it can accommodate your tummy and your chest to come down to the floor. Reaching forwards through your arms, lowering your chest, and then take this tailbone back towards your heels, melting your heart down to the floor. Breathing into your shoulder girdle. Some of the biggest muscle groups in our body. That's it. Forehead to the floor. And see if you can search for that stretch through the rib cage, through the sides of your body particularly. Creating space and breathing in all these cleansing breaths. This pose inspires gratitude as we gently fold into ourselves, resting near the earth and gently opening up through our hips. Trying to find gratitude here for your breath, sign that you are alive and kicking and anything is possible. Inhaling, drawing yourself up to all fours and find your cat-cow. Wonderful stretch through the front and the back of our body. This increases flexibility in our spine. Gently massaging through your organs. Squeezing out any toxins and helping to eliminate waste. Two more rounds. Coming back to centre, and then just coming back towards your heels. You're going to step that right foot forward so you're on your left knee. And come up to low lunge. So you can feel that stretch through your left quadricep here, and then open up through the sides of your body. Reaching tall. You can either have the top of your foot on the floor, or you can tuck your toes. Strong deep breaths into your tummy here. And then interlink your fingers behind your head, opening up through your chest. Send your heart skywards. Trying to keep your shoulders relaxed. Draw your elbows back. And then come into the twist. Take that elbow to the outside of your front knee, looking up towards the sky. Inhaling, come to centre. And then see if you can gently come towards straightening that leg slightly and then come forwards. It might help to come onto your fingertips, but just watch your knee off your back leg. We're just rocking here. If it's not for you, then just stop. And then step that right foot back. Bring your left foot forwards and find low lunge on the opposite side. Checking in with the quality of your breath. Equal lengths between your inhales and your exhales if you can. Always trying to flow with our breathing. Exhale, hands behind your head, heart skywards, elbows drawn back. Inhaling and exhale into the twist. Inhale to centre and gently rocking back and forwards. Just watch your knees. Coming back to neutral and then step both knees back together. And we're going to come into supported child's pose, one arm on top of the other. Lining through our spine, and just release your forehead down towards your hands and the floor. Challenging yourself here to clear the busyness of your mind by trying to focus on the sound of your breath, and just let all the other thoughts circle around, recognising they're there. Try not to dwell on them or become attached to them. This is our practice of mindfulness, knowing that everything is in this moment only. Inhaling, draw yourself up to centre, and then take your legs out in front of you. Coming into staff pose, a really neutralising base pose, hands by the outsides of your hips, gently pressing away through your heels, engaging through your core, drawing up through your pelvic floor, and pressing your hands down into the floor. Your bottom may or may not come off the floor. It doesn't matter, it's engaging through our core muscles, building upper body strength. Inhaling and letting go on an exhale. Coming to your preferred version of boat pose, either with your hands on the calves here, or take your arms forwards, or perhaps coming into full boat, straightening your legs, taking a gentle back bend, taking 5 breaths wherever you are. Two more breaths, well done. And then hug your knees in, see if you can balance on your sitting bones here. Tuck your chin, opening up through your upper back, rounding these shoulders towards the front of your body. And then straightening your legs out once more, coming into our lovely forward fold flow. Inhale. Exhale, draping yourself in towards your body. Inhale, gently draw these fingertips up, and exhale, shoulders down. On you go. Connect to that rhythm of your breath, and again trying to be really present, acknowledging thoughts, but encouraging them to stay out with your little bubble. This mat is your sanctuary. This time is your time. A few more rounds wherever you are. Recognizing that your breath is calming and cleansing your body and your mind. Well done. Take your hands behind you, coming into supported upwards plank, widening through your fingers, chest forwards, heart to the sky, and if you do want to go further, lift your hips, and eventually taking the soles of your feet down to the mat and looking backwards. But just go to the variation that works for you. Inhaling and lowering as you exhale. Coming back up to neutral. Inhale, arms reaching up. And then draping yourselves forwards once more to hold Paschimottanasana. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, coming up to centre, reach your arms to the sky. And take some ha breaths here, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more. And then bring your arms down the centre line of your body. And now we're feeling lovely and calm. We're going to get calmer still by practicing a really lovely breathing technique. So I'd like to do it sitting, and then later on I'd like to try it lying down, because I've not ever tried it lying down, but in the reading I've been doing it's equally beneficial. So if you were in class earlier this week, you may have practiced this already. This is Brahmari Pranayama, okay? Humming bee breath. So you're going to take your index finger and gently press over the cartilage between your cheek and your ear. So you're not putting your finger in your ear, but you're just gently pressing, so you're blocking out the sound. And if you make a humming noise, just see if you can feel the vibration. And it should ideally be quite highly pitched. So just try that, see if you can find that spot. If it's uncomfortable, and obviously don't do it, but the idea is to gently block off so you can feel this vibration. Okay? So before we do it, just to tell you a couple of the benefits of it, and there are lots, but I won't bore you. Excuse me. So it's really important that you're sitting upright so that we have a really nice open airflow, and by practicing humming bee breath, we can draw lots and lots of nitric oxide in through our breath, which is very, very good to help with sticky blood. So it's really, really good for our circulation. It's also very calming, very good for anxiety, and if you've got a headache or a migraine, it can be really helpful as well. So those are just some of the benefits. Okay. It's not recommended you do it for more than 4 times at a time, but you're going to take a deep inhale through your nose and then breathe out through your nose, making this humming noise, and make it as high pitched as you can for a higher frequency. So just take your time. I'm going to do the first one with you. So inhaling and then exhaling slowly with a humming noise. So in your own time, try 3 more, maybe even closing over your eyes just to allow you to go in a little deeper. Brahmari Pranayama. When you've finished your 3 rounds or 4 rounds, just bring your hands together in front of your heart space. Continue with this lovely breathing, feeling that rise and fall through your chest when you're finished. Beautiful. Coming into another seated twist, really simply this time, take your hand onto your right knee, inhale and lengthen over that shoulder once more. Your lungs are fully open to receiving all this oxygenated air. Breathing it in deeply and breathing out any negative influences, any negative thoughts. We're only focusing on the positive and feeling grateful for things rather than worrying about things. One more breath. Inhaling to centre, changing sides. Inhaling, coming to centre, and then take your time. We're going to come up to Camel Pose, Ustrasana. So you'll know yourself where your body likes to go, either supported with your palms onto your buttocks, supporting that lower back, and gently press your hips forwards. If you want to go further, you can use your blocks to put them by the sides of your legs, maybe coming down to your calves, full posture, one hand at a time onto the soles of your feet. Lift your hips and looking up or back. Taking up to 5 or 6 breaths. Coming up in your own time. And then softening forwards into extended puppy pose or melting heart pose. Knees under your hips. Allow your heart to melt to the floor. Inhaling, coming up slightly onto your knees, and let's take it into threading the needle. So right arm through your left, bringing that right ear to the floor, and lifting up to the sky. Perhaps taking that top arm behind your back, drawing that shoulder back even further, opening up through your chest. Inhaling, and then lowering as you exhale, drawing yourself to centre, and then change sides. Bring that left ear down to the floor this time, and either making this stretch and this twist really gentle, or perhaps a little more dynamic. Take that arm further through, but always be comfortable. Deep, full breaths. Well done. Inhaling, coming to centre, and then take your time. We're going to come into Pigeon. So we're going to bring that right knee forwards, in between your hands, maybe coming up onto your fingertips, and then extending your left leg slightly further back. So you're aiming to have your right heel in towards your left hip, but this will just depend on your body shape. And just adjust that front knee either out to the side or ahead, wherever you're comfortable. Pressing down through the front of that back foot and open up through your chest. Allowing your hips to sink down to the floor to wherever they can. Finding that stillness as you connect with your breath. Now we're staying here or coming down onto your elbows and maybe extending arms in front of you. Don't have any expectations about where to go. Just go where your body wants to safely go this evening. Inhaling, tucking your toes under, and then drawing that right knee back. In your own time, bringing that left knee forwards. And always take the time to find your proper alignment. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't rush into the poses. Now, there might be slightly different dynamic on this side. This is normal. You might not have as much flexibility through your hips, so just go where you can. And if your knee's sore, just come out of the pose. And either staying here, and maybe coming down onto your elbows, or extend your arms in front of you. What's right for you this evening? One more breath. Inhaling, drawing that knee back. And let's come back into child's pose. Either extended or supported with one arm on top of the other. Or maybe for a bit of variety, take your arms back with your palms facing up. Realigning and just lowering everything to the floor. Inhale, coming up briefly, and then take your time to come down onto your tummy. Very gently coming into Sphinx pose. Pressing down through your pubic bone, but lift up all the way through the front of your body here. Breathing all the way down into your abdomen. Breathing into your lower back. Gently stretching through your lungs to really boost respiratory health. And you can stay here, or if you want to go a little deeper, you can come into bow pose by swimming your arms back, reaching back for your legs or your ankles at the sides of your feet, and lifting to come towards the area just around your navel. Just taking as many breaths here as feels good, and then come down to crocodile in your own time. Just letting you guys lead the pace. Just enjoying that surrender as you come into crocodile. Let everything go. You are letting go. You are letting go. Let go completely. Lifting your head, turn your cheek the opposite way and soften back down for a few more resting breaths here. Knowing that your organs in your tummy are gently being massaged through the floor. As you gently press your pelvic bone down, relax the tops of your feet. Inhaling, lifting your chest slightly and swing your arms back once more, palms facing up. Keep your feet on the floor, but we're going to come to locust here by lifting through your chest. Just your chest at the moment. Taking up to 5 breaths here, extend these fingertips down toward your feet. Coming down for a rest, still with your palms facing the sky. And then inhaling, and this time see if you can lift your legs as well, extending your arms back. Locust pose. One more breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands back up, coming back to crocodile. We're going to take about 10 breaths here. 5 on one cheek, 5 on the other. Counting them out. And just feel yourself relaxing here. Last 2 breaths. And then lift your legs up to the sky and just take some nice circles through your ankles. So just trying to tune in here what feels good in terms of direction, in terms of maybe taking your feet at the same time, and just letting them move separately. That's it. Take your feet down to the floor and then rolling onto your back. And I'm going to talk you through these limbs. Connecting through the back of your body with the floor. They're just great, aren't they? It's just very chilled. So we're going to come into reclining tree pose. So if you take your arms up, just shoulder height, palms facing the sky. So just resting the backs of your hands on the floor. And this in itself is going to really open up through our chest. So you're lying down on your back. I'm just sitting up clear so I can see you. Okay, so lie down. That's you. Lying down and just breathing deeply into your chest and all the way down into your tummy. And keep your arms here. And then bending that right leg so that you're taking your right foot into the inside of your calf or your inner thigh. And just release that right knee down towards the floor to wherever it can go. Don't force it. And draw your breath here deeply into the muscles through your hips. And that right knee. Breathing all the way down to the sole of that right foot. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. Inhaling, you're going to lift that right knee and that leg up to the sky. And then lift up your left leg to meet it. Okay, so you can keep your arms where they are at the moment. But then we're going to cross our right leg over our left and we're going to come into eye of the needle. So then wrapping your arms around the backs of both your legs, or maybe in between your legs if you can reach. And perhaps bending that left leg at the knee. Draw both these legs into your body for eye of the needle. And just searching for the sensation around about your right hip and your lower right back. Try and keep your head on the mat. And just savour the stretch. Inhaling, take both legs to the sky once more. And then cross the left leg over the right leg this time. And take your time, reaching around to wherever you can reach. And as you extend these legs into your body, just search for that sensation. Know that it's cleansing and gently healing with your breath. Just relax your face, relax your shoulders. Two more breaths. And then take both your legs down to the floor. And on your next inhale, finding reclining tree through your left leg. So just trying to avoid that knee area. Either have your left foot in at the right calf or the right thigh. And then release that knee out to the side. And take your arms up like branches. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, releasing that foot down to meet your right foot, and bring your arms down by your sides, slightly away from your body with your palms facing upwards. And we're going to practice Brahmari hummingbee breath once more, but you don't need to worry about putting your hands over your ears. Okay, so before you do it, the science behind it is that it's really calming for the nerves, and it soothes them, especially round about the brain and our forehead areas. And the humming sounds, vibrations, have got a natural calming effect on our body. So try up to 4 rounds of hummingbee breath. In and out through your nose. And from here we're going to come into reclining spinal twist. This is one of the best ones for calming and for cleansing our body, really deeply detoxifying. So make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Bend your legs at the knees. Take your arms out like wings this time, extending gently through your fingers, head on the floor. Inhaling to create space, and exhale, take these knees out to the right, and then turn your gaze to the left, moving into this gentle spinal twist. And if you feel like you want a bit more movement, you can do this as a flow instead of holding. Just recognising what feels good. And gently searching out any little bits of trapped energy, tight muscles through your lower back. There's so many nerve endings here. That's a really important part to gently massage when we're thinking about cleansing through our practice. And if you've just been on one side, then you can change sides now. Every time you inhale, see if you can feel really full and abundant. Your lungs are full of air. And every time you exhale, completely let go of any tension that you have been carrying. And then when you're ready, bringing these knees back to centre and hug them up to your chest for a Apanasana, counted pose. And it's quite nice at this point to take some nice big circles through our hips. Searching for any little sweet spots here. Really nurturing our lower backs and our hips this evening. And then we're naturally going to move into Happy Baby. Soles of the feet parallel with the sky. Let's take your feet up. And then take hold of either the outsides or the insteps, or the ankles, wherever you can reach. And breathing into your hip flexors as you extend these knees down, down, down towards the floor. Ananda Balasana, Happy Baby. And maybe rocking if it feels good. It's quite a nice variation. Let it go. Cleansing of all the negative influences, the worries, the stresses that don't matter. Breathing out and filling that space with fresh, positive energy with every inhale. Practicing gratitude is scientifically proven to really improve well-being. Well done. And then hug your knees back into your chest. Really squeezing in to eliminate toxins here from our tummy and all the organs here. And then we're going to come into wind relieving pose. We have to do this when we're cleansing. So extend your left leg away and draw that right knee in as close to your body as you can. Press away through both heels to keep it active. Drawing it into the side of your abdomen, head on the mat. And just breathing here into your tummy. This is wonderful for cleansing your colon. Gently compressing through your chest as well. Exhaling, pressing that right leg away, and inhaling, drawing the left one up to the left side of your torso. On the next exhale, gently press the left leg away and then come into extended Shavasana, arms overhead, point through your toes and just shimmy your shoulder blades down your back to be more comfortable here. Taking a natural arch through your spine. You are aligned, you are balanced, you are replenished through your practice. More breaths here. And then inhaling, drawing your arms up to the sky. And exhale down by the sides of your body. And it's wonderful, wonderful to be able to invite you to come to our guided visualization. So make sure you're cozy, when you're getting into bed, and just take your time. I'm going to, leave you in your guided visualization. I'm just going to say namaste at the end, so if you're lucky enough to be able to stay where you are, please do. Make sure you're as comfortable as possible, and try, if you can, to keep as still as possible, to allow you to fully relax. All you have to do is to listen to my voice. You may fall asleep, or you may feel that my voice moves in and out of your consciousness, but that's absolutely fine. So with your eyes softly closed, feeling your body getting heavier as our forest visualization begins. Imagine yourself walking on a path through a forest. The path is soft beneath your shoes, a mixture of soil, fallen leaves, high needles and moss. As you walk, your body relaxes and your mind clears more and more with each step you take. Breathe in the fresh mountain air, filling your lungs completely. Now exhale. Breathe out all this air, feeling refreshed. Take another deep breath in, revitalizing, and breathe out completely, letting your body relax further. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply as you walk through the forest and continue our forest visualization. The air is cool but comfortable. The sun filters through the trees, making a moving, dappled pattern on the ground before you. Listen to the sounds of the forest. Birds singing, a gentle breeze blowing. The leaves on the trees shift and sway in the soft wind. The more your body relaxes, the deeper you move into the forest. Count your steps and breathe in unison with your strength. Continue to breathe like this, slowly and deeply, as you feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. As you walk through the forest visualization, feel your muscles relaxing and lengthening. As your arms swing in rhythm with your walking, they become loose, relaxed, and limp. Feel your back relaxing as your spine lengthens and the muscles here relax. And you feel the tension leaving your body as you admire the scenery all around you. Your legs and lower body relax as well, feeling free and soft. As you continue to walk through the forest, you begin to climb up a slight incline. You tread easily along smooth rocks on the path, feeling at one with nature and noticing the rhythm of your heart beating in your chest. The breeze continues to blow through the treetops, but you're sheltered on the path and the air around you is calmer. You notice small saplings that are growing at the sides of the path. Around you is an immense array of greens. Some of the leaves on the tree are a delicate light green. Some leaves are dark, true forest green. Many trees have needles that look very soft and very green, and the forest floor is thick with green moss, soft under your feet. Tall trees grow on either side of the path. Some have smooth white bark, others are darker with coarse, heavy bark, deeply grooved. Enjoy admiring the colours of the bark on the trees. White, tan, brown, red, black. So many combinations of colour. You admire the rough brown bark of the pine trees and enjoy the fresh pine scent in your nostrils. You can smell the forest around you, the depth of it. The air is fresh and filled with the scent of trees, soil and mountain streams. You can hear the sound of water faintly in the distance and the gentle burbling sound of a river. As you continue to walk through the forest, you're getting higher and getting closer to the sound of a running stream. Continue to enjoy this forest around you. And as you near the top of the mountain, you can hear the stream very close now. The path curves up ahead, and you can see sunlight streaming down onto the path. It makes you smile, and you move towards the warmth and the light. As you round the next corner, you hear the water and see a clearing in the trees up ahead. A beautiful lookout point awaits. You're growing a little tired from your walk, but your body feels pleasantly tired and not too heavy. See yourself walking towards the clearing and the stream. Stepping stones under your feet make an easy path across the stream and toward the edge of the mountain. Take your time as you step on each large flat stone to easily cross the small shallow stream. Up ahead is a large smooth rock, like a chair waiting for you to rest there. The rock is placed perfectly high up on this beautiful vantage point. Sit or lie down on the rock if you wish. It's very warm, smooth and comfortable. You feel at ease as the sun shines down on you. Looking around, you see mountains in the distance, which are faint and blue. You can also look down from your vantage point into a valley with trees and a brilliant blue lake. And across from you is another mountain. The clearing around you is made up of rock, soil, pine needles, moss and grass. The grass and mountain wildflowers blow around you gently in the breeze. A deer quietly emerges from the edge of the forest to graze in the clearing. And as the deer raises its head to look at you, you can see its nostrils moving to catch your scent. The deer cautiously walks to the stream to drink before disappearing back into the forest. Squirrels dart in and out of sight as they romp through the trees and race and chase each other across the clearing. Feel the sun warming your body as you relax on this rock. Enjoy the majestic landscape around you and feel your body relaxing even more. Your body becomes very warm and very heavy. Continue to breathe the clean, fresh air. You feel so relaxed, calm, at peace, in unity with nature around you. Enjoy the sounds, the smells of the forest around you for a while longer as you stay on this smooth, warm rock.